What's up, you guys? In today's video, I'm actually going to show you the dispatch screen. You have to know that the dispatch screen is what every in-office administrative person wishes they had. If you're the person sending out dozens or hundreds of jobs, and literally that's your job, is to find servers across the country, assign them quickly, be able to review their profiles, see how far they are, how close they are in relation to a particular job, the dispatch screen is for you. I'm telling you, there was a while that I called my dispatch team because that's all they did was they would receive jobs from all over California, basically, a lot of attorneys and other process servers. And then we would need to find servers all across the country and send out sometimes 20, 30, 40 jobs a day. When you have collection clients, some of the big bank names that you've heard of, and they send you jobs directly, you need to be able to assign jobs quickly. And there's never been a solution that I've seen. And so I have spent weeks, at least 3 weeks, building Mighty Process Server, working on the dispatch screen. And that's what I'm going to show you guys today. I should have launched it piece by piece. My developer told me to release it little by little, Mike. And I just, we've taken so long to release Mighty Process Server because I wanted everything to be done first. So anyways, let me dive in to the very special tool and feature known as the dispatch screen. Let's get into it. All right, so let's dive right in. This is the dispatch screen. Just as a way of information, the dispatch screen is basically a list of jobs, the same list of jobs that you have in the My Job screen. But this screen gives you a map view with a bunch of other cool features I want to show you. So the first thing I want you to know is that's what this is. This is a list. It always defaults on the pending tab, which is basically a list of all of your current jobs that you need to assign. If it's pending, it means it hasn't been assigned yet, right? So that's our pending tab. Our My Servers tab is first. We're going to get back to that in a second. But the idea here is that we can go ahead and quickly assign these. An enterprise feature that we're releasing later this year is the ability to auto dispatch. You can currently do it. It only uses a couple metrics. One is if it's a favorite server and it's the only favorite server in the area, it'll automatically assign them. This is not available to premium or free members. As a matter of fact, the dispatch screen isn't even available to our free members. It's only premium and enterprise. So if you click on a particular job, you can go ahead and it'll zoom in on it. I'll do that in a second. But I want to show you like a workflow that makes so much sense. If you're someone who has to send out hundreds of jobs, let's say you have a collection client or a child support division client, and they're entering jobs directly into your private client portal, which we offer to our enterprise members, they're able to enter jobs directly in your system. And what happens is you'll get them, and some of them will need to be served right away because the hearing is like maybe this week type of thing. And that is going to be your on-demand. Okay, you can click on-demand, and those are all your on-demand jobs. If you want more room, there's a little hack. You can click this little arrow and it actually opens this up for you a little bit more, but it's not always necessary. All right, so here's the job. I can click on it. It'll zoom directly into that job and tell me all the servers within a 50-mile radius. If there's no servers within a 50-mile radius, I can go out to a 100-mile radius. There's literally no servers anywhere near this on-demand job. So what I can do is I can go to Google. I can go to different places. I can try to find servers off the platform and then invite them to the platform if they're anywhere in this middle of nowhere place. Okay, but if there are servers, let me show you an example where there are some servers. One of our standard jobs. Let's try this one. So this one right here is a company. See something calling. Okay, so there's 2 servers in the area. If I want to go back down to 25-mile radius, I can see I only have 1 server. It's a favorite server, Lucky Duck Legal. And I have IDS over here. So the dispatch screen allows me to be able to see who's the closest server. Now, if I want to assign this server, the auto dispatch, of course, will work. Or I can simply click on the star and say request to bid. When I do that, it will give me a list of the jobs available. And if this says an amount in here, it means that the server has already indicated how much they charge for local serve. Okay, this is how much they put. So when I send bid requests, it's automatically going to send them a bid invitation to either accept or counter bid. They always have the option though. The server, we've prioritized the server's ability to decline or accept jobs. They're independent contractors. It's up to them whether they want to accept the job or not, right? So that's how it's so easy. Like I can literally just click, and then if maybe there's more than one job in the area, apparently there's another one nearby. It tells me how far away it is. I can go ahead and send it, right? The other thing I could do is I can click on a particular server and I can look at their details. What it does, you might be surprised at first, like, well, what did it just do? Well, what it did is it scrolled over to the My Servers tab that is built inside of the dispatch screen, allowing you to see all of the details for that particular server. How much they charge for standard, rush, urgent. Well, we call it priority in the system, but it's basically rush, urgent, and on demand. They don't offer on-demand service pricing there. We have them favorited as a favorite server. That's why they have a star on their logo. We can go ahead and send them an email directly, or we can email them. This is a very professional company. I highly recommend them in the Indiana area. They're awesome. So if I click, let's see here, one other feature of the servers tab. Let's see if I have one on here. This is a test account. Dun, dun, dun. I don't see it. So anytime you have a server assigned, there will be like a little drop-down menu at the bottom of this card. It'll actually show you the jobs that you've already have assigned to them. So maybe you send them a lot of jobs, you can quickly see it right in line with the server card, which is really cool right here. You can add notes about the server. This server doesn't answer the phone, but if you can get a hold of them, they're a great server. Stuff like that. You can just save it. You can also request bid right here, and it will say all the jobs that are within that server's area. You can, if it's outside of their 150-mile radius, then maybe you can't. Maybe it won't allow you to assign it to them because they're too far out of the range. So the other thing you could do is I showed you how these are the different priority levels. If something's on demand, and let's just say you have 600 jobs you need to assign, okay, you just got them from all your clients, and you're like, Mike, that's unrealistic. No, it's not. It really isn't. Like, you will get a lot of jobs if you're successful. I need to go through and do the 40 on-demand jobs before I even worry about any of these others, right? And then I need to go through and do the 100 urgent jobs, and I need to go through and do the few priority jobs, and then most of them are going to be standard, and I can go through and do them very quickly and assign them. Now, I am just inviting them to bid. So what happens is they may do a counter bid. All of your bids and counter bids are actually handled inside of your bid invitation. So if I send out bids or bid requests, they will all show up here, and you can see the previous bid requests. And just so you know, like, this seems like a little bit complicated, but actually you get a notification in this notification dropdown anytime anything occurs in the system. So if somebody replied to one of your bid invitations, it'll just show up here. Let's see if I have a bid invitation. No, I don't see one right away, but oh yeah, your bid on job number was not selected. So if they select a different server, it'll let you know that too. So yeah, that's the bid process. That's the dispatch screen, ability to assign servers. But that's just the beginning. I think a lot of people think that's what it is. Now, you want to be able to quickly assign jobs. But again, once you've assigned them, what do? Okay, if you have a bunch of jobs that are assigned to people, you need to be able to go and see the attempts that are being made. This is a test account, so that none of them are, all of the jobs that shows here are archived because they were test jobs. But if a job has been assigned to somebody and they're making attempts, it will show assigned, and will show how many attempts next to the job. And it'll show, if you click on it, it'll show you who's assigned to it. Once they've served it, it goes into the Affidavit tab. Okay, this is in line. It's in line with the job flow. The Affidavit tab allows you to be able to generate an affidavit and then follow up to see if it's been signed. Awaiting signatures, all the jobs that you've sent for signature, and you're waiting for the signature. So sometimes you'll send affidavits for signature. You've created them in here. Okay, if I click on this, it's just going to open up that job, test job. Okay, this is a test job. And so I can see the affidavit. If I had sent this, it's already signed, but if I had sent this serve out to the server, I would be able to quickly see that in the assigned that I'm still waiting on the signature to come back, and I can say remind remind. This is actually an entire application built into one little step here. DocuSign and other tools like that allow you to send out for electronic signature, and it will send reminders. And so this is your way of seeing what serves have come back. If they've already signed it, it immediately goes into completed tab. And when a job is in the completed tab, you have an opportunity to be able to click it, see that it's completed, forward the proof of service to the client, and then ultimately archive the job. And then all your archived jobs show up right here. So that's the idea. That's the dispatch screen. It's pretty simple. It does a whole lot for a business that gets a lot of serves. I hope this is helpful. If you have any questions, let us know. You can always send us an email, support@mightyprocessserver.com. You can see all of these videos here under the tutorial tab. And you can also always submit a contact support ticket. You can even, if you're having problems with a particular job, you can hit job dispatch, or whatever the issue is, you can let us know. And this goes directly into our ticket system. We have a very advanced ticketing system where my team, specifically Jessica, is in charge, and she goes through each and every one of them every day. And if it's a software issue, I fix it. If it's a job issue, or maybe you have a server that's not communicating with you, we will help you. We will reach out to the server and let them know, hey, you got to, we will boot people from the system that aren't participating in a way that makes us all look like professionals. Again, we want to look like pros. We want to be pros, but we want to look like pros. If you can look like a pro, there's a good chance you are a pro. All right. Thank you guys so much. We'll see you guys on the next video. Take care. Be safe. As always, live mighty.